Another movie review for you. This is A Touch of Evil. This was released in 1958. It's directed by Orson Welles, produced by Albert Zuggsmith. The screenplay is by Orson, of course. It's based on The Badge of Evil by Whit Masterson. Music by Henry Mancini, and Orson Welles is in the lead role as Police Captain Hank Quinlan. Other cast: Charlton Heston as Raymond Miguel Vargas, another policeman, but from Mexico. Janet Leigh plays Vargas's wife, Susan. And then we have Joseph Correa as Pete Menzies. He's Quinlan's sidekick. Akim Tamaroff is Uncle Joe Grandi, a shady mafia boss. And then we have Joanna Cook Moore as Marcia Lineker. She's the daughter of the unfortunate businessman who loses his life at the start of the film. Ray Collins is District Attorney Adair. A small part for Dennis Weaver as the night manager. And Valde Vargas plays Pancho. And there are a few other supporting roles. So it's the US-Mexican border. At the start of the film, it's in black and white. A businessman is blown to smithereens by a car bomb at the beginning. We actually see the device being put under the car, and at the same time as this car is entering the US, Vargas and his wife are also entering on foot though, and they witness the whole affair. Quinlan, after some delay, takes charge of the investigation, and early on corrupt practices are suspected. Quinlan's sort of in bed with Grandi, the local mafia king. Vargas becomes a witness in an issue as he was at the border, and he also wants to be in on the investigation. The bomb was planted in Mexico. It did go off in the US, but he feels obliged to get involved. Vargas and his wife were originally on a romantic holiday, so Vargas moves Susan to a car to a hotel for safety. But Grandy's men appear to be the bodyguards, shady characters they certainly are. They find her a location and try and lean on her, whilst Vargas is investigating Grandy's son for criminal activities on a separate matter. And there is a strong likelihood that Grandy's son will be sent down. Corruption is rife in this movie. Quinlan doesn't want Vargas involved, and so Susan in the hotel is viewed as a leverage to prevent Vargas digging deeper into the case. In the movie, speed is vital, so hunches by Quinlan lead to a quick arrest. A man called Sanchez, who's involved with Marcia, the daughter of the deceased. This is an assumption that's badly made, however, as to the motive. The victim is wealthy with a daughter who's likely to inherit large sums of the money after his death. And so that's another sort of spanner in the works. Vargas and Quinlan are seen working together, but Quinlan latches onto anything to undermine Vargas's inquiries. And Susan is then found in the hotel under the influence of drugs planted by Grandy's men. Quinlan hints that Vargas is also a drug addict and a possible setup. Corruption in politics in the police departments of both Mexico and the border police in the US are the focus of this movie. Maybe Welles wants this movie to expose corruption in the police force, but he's done a pretty fine job of it. His performance, though, is a very deliberate one, very controlling, very self-righteous, and stinks of a corrupt cop. His lackeys consider him as beyond criticism. His ability to solve cases is renowned, and this is certainly an issue that Vargas is unhappy about. Vargas, of course, is a Mexican, but he's considered soiled goods, some racism in there, and everything is done to try and undermine him, even though his reputation in Mexico is of being a clean cop. Very impressed with Heston in this movie. His slight Mexican accent works. The scenes between him and Wells when they discuss aspects of the case is striking. The analysis and motives and contrasting viewpoints. The gang activities with the White are also quite amusing and an instance of comedy to lighten the topic. In time, the actual murder of the person in the car becomes almost irrelevant as Quinlan and Vargas head towards confrontation. A scenario emerges where Quinlan tries to lay traps for Vargas and he tries to avoid them. Piecing together this case suggests that Quinlan is definitely corrupt, but it is an enjoyable flick. Filmed in black and white, and the use of shadow and lighting by Wells is exceptional. And we all remember what a good job he did of Citizen Kane. So I would suggest you get to have a look at this one. It's not up to Citizen Kane, however, but it's still a pretty good flick.